Property Investors. My name is Caleb. I'll be co-hosting this panel this evening. So before we start, I'll get everyone to introduce ourselves. We'll say a word to prayer. So obviously, I'll start off with myself. I'm Caleb. I'm 20 years old. As we said, I'll be hosting the panel this evening. I'm currently going into my third year of uni in September, studying advertising and marketing communications. So yeah, who's the next?
I'll let the ladies introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Nicole. I'm 18 and I'm going to go to university in September, hopefully to study psychology. And I'm also part of the AY team in Wolverhampton Central.
Hi everyone, my name is Christopher and I'm 16 and I'm going into A-levels in September and I plan on studying biology, chemistry and psychology, and I'm also part of the Wolverhampton Central youth team.
Hello, I'm Jabari. I'm 18, about to start uni in September to study sound engineering and production. I'm also part of the AOI team for Wolverhampton Central.
So if I could ask Christabel, could you just open up in the word of prayer before we start?
Okay, let's pray. Dearly Father, thank you for keeping us safe throughout the day, Lord. And as we take part into this discussion, we ask that you may that we may give out the right advice to those who are watching, Lord, and that as we start a new academic year, that we'll be able to do well, Lord. In your prayer, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. So before we go into our discussion, we're going to do a quick warm-up game to get everyone warmed up, get everyone excited. So the game we're going to play is called Blockbusters. When it comes up on the screen, I'll quickly explain how the game goes, and then we'll get started. Also, these are all we compete against each other. Whoever wins will get a £10 discount voucher from Amazon that will be used by spiritual stuff, not any other nonsense. So, yeah. So how Blockbusters is played, there's two teams. The teams will be Jabari, who will be by himself, unfortunately, and Christabel and Nicole will be on the other team. How the game goes is that each letter has a question. Each team will pick a letter. I will ask them a question. They have to reveal whoever gets the answer first gets that point. Got 2 games, quiz 1, quiz 2. There's a tiebreaker. We've got tiebreaker questions at the end. So are you not all ready?
Yeah.
Sir.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. So if we start with the first one, which will be the letter R. So the question is, what R is the name of Jacob's eldest son?
Is it Reuben?
Correct.
Oh my days.
That point goes to Christabel and Nicole.
One of the easiest ones as well, and I thought too hard about it.
Same.
Okay, so girls, do you want to pick another letter?
You can choose Christabel.
Can be any letter.
Yeah.
Go for F.
What F was the profession of some of the disciples?
Can you repeat the
question? The fishermen in it. They were fishermen.
Well, the girls have got it anyway, Jabari. It's a question.
No, that's okay. You know, you were cutting out. Well, it's okay.
It's your Wi-Fi. That's your Wi-Fi.
Okay. Girls again. Pick another letter.
Go on.
N.
Go for N. So, N is, what is the name of a man with a go for wood experience?
Noah.
Well done, Jabari.
Come on.
So, Jabari, you are next. Pick a letter.
Can I have Q, please?
Q. Okay. So, Q is, what Q are the material found in Luke and Mark that are the same? This is a hard question, to be honest. I don't know if you know.
Say that again. What's the question?
So, what Q are the materials found in Luke and Mark that are the same?
Material?
This is a hard question, to be honest. I
I'm
didn't
gonna
know this
say,
myself.
I'm gonna say quartz. What? That's obviously not it. So
What did you say?
quartz.
Nah.
Obviously, that's not it.
So, girls, you get another question.
E.
E. So, which book of the Bible do we read about Haman?
Oh, Esther.
There we go, Jabari.
Can I have
Jabari.
Z, please, Caleb?
Okay. So Z is the name of Moses' wife?
Zipporah.
Well done, Jabari. Jabari, you go next.
Can I have O, please?
Okay. So O is what O is the shortest book in the Old Testament?
Obadiah.
Oh, sure.
Jabari going again. Come on, girls, you gotta step up your game, man.
Can I have T, please?
T. What T is a disciple's name synonymous with the word doubt?
Thomas. Answer that first.
I'll
Girls,
give it to you
girls.
guys. Sorry, don't need to jot down my throat, man.
Girls, your pick.
I.
Okay.
Go with I. So, what is the modern day country where the most holy land is?
Israel.
Jabari got that one.
What?
Who got that?
Jabari. Come on.
Wow.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna win that round. Thank you.
Yeah, you won that round. So we're going to the next round. So Jabari, since you won that one, you get to go pick first.
Can I have N, please?
Go with the letter N, okay. And then M or M? Oh yeah, N, yeah, my bad.
N.
Yeah. What N is the name of the person Elijah ordered to wash 7 times?
Oh, Nimrod. No.
Nope. No. Girls, you want to have a crack at it?
Say the question again.
What N is the name of the person Elisha ordered to wash 7 times?
Oh. It's in the back of my mind somewhere still.
Literally, but I can't think like what the actual name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Going to the next one. So the answer for this one was name him.
Say that, you know, it's in the back of my head. I was like, I have a name.
I can't. Jabari, I thought you were gonna get it. I can't lie.
I was gonna say it as well.
I can't lie. I thought you got it. I was like, you're so close. Okay. Since Jabari got it on, girls, you pick the next one.
T.
Go with the letter T. What T is the Godhead commonly known by?
T.
Jabari got that one.
I didn't even hear the question.
You know, what was the question?
It was what T is the Godhead commonly known by?
Right.
Oh.
Cool. Jabari, you're next.
Can I have R, please?
Go with the letter R. Okay. So the question for R is, what R is the 27th word in the 23rd Psalm?
Huh? Oh.
What R is the 27th word in the 23rd Psalm?
That's making me count words in my head.
Is it restoreth?
Yep. Correct. So girls, your pick next.
F.
Go with the letter F. Okay. So the question for F is, what F is the catastrophe, Joseph helped Egypt avoid?
Famine.
Ooh, Oh,
That was me still. I can't even lie. It was really me.
Sure, you want to step in? So, girls, you got that one correct.
I'm by myself, and you're cheating me of answers. Wow.
I can't lie. And I went to Sean to get out
Wow.
my hand.
Okay. So it's
girls, your turn. The question for Kay is, who was Abraham's second wife?
Who was whose? Abraham.
Yeah.
Second wife.
Yeah, second wife.
Abraham was a busy man. I don't know.
No, I didn't even know you had a second one.
For real?
I can't lie, I'm learning with you all still. I didn't know this either.
Second wife.
Can we go to the next one, please?
So the answer was Kentora. I've never heard the name in my life. So Kentora.
Oh.
Right, okay.
This is yeah.
Jabari, your turn, sis.
Can I have W, please?
You can. So, 1 second. For W, the question is, what W was where Jesus first went after his baptism?
Wilderness.
Yeah, thank you.
Can we have C, please?
Of course you can. So for C, the question is, what C was the village where Jesus turned water into wine? What C was the village where Jesus turned water into wine? I don't think this is a hard question if you think about it, but at the same time, I couldn't say if you didn't get it. I know it's easy to say than done because I've got the answers, but
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. So the answer was Cana.
Wow.
Oh my days.
Wow.
Yeah, Cana and Cana. So
yeah, I'm glad that no one got that because they just blocked themselves from, potentially.
Whatever.
Cool. Okay, so since the girls didn't get that one, that's Jabari, you pick now.
Can I have the letter? They can only go one way, so can I have E, please?
Yes, sir. So for the letter E, what E means God with us?
Emmanuel.
Girls got that one.
Can we have B?
Okay. For B, the question is, where was Jesus born?
Bethlehem.
Jawari got that one.
What? No, that was me.
I really did. Thank you.
Yeah, he did. Jabari, next one.
Can I have the letter J, please, for Jabari, who got that answer correct?
Okay, so for the letter J, what J is the book of the Bible where the shortest verse is found?
Job.
Nope.
John.
Jabari,
What's
girls.
the question?
Well done, Nicole. So the question was, just to repeat, it was, what J is the book of the Bible where the shortest verse is found?
Oh. Why did you say Job? No, I'm not going to question you.
No, yeah, all I heard was shortest, yeah, and J. I was like, Job.
Okay, girls.
Where can we go?
Pick M. I think we should pick. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think M.
Okay, go for the letter M. So the question for M is, what M is the land where Moses died?
The land where Moses died?
Yeah.
Moses died.
I was about to pick up my Bible with him, but I can't do them.
No cheating, no cheating.
There's only like this couple in my head, though. I'm not sure. I feel like it's really well known as well. Never
You want
mind.
to skip that question? We'll skip that question. So the answer for that was Moab.
See, I thought that, yeah, but I keep calling it Mawam, so I was like, nah, that's not the answer.
Jabari, you're next.
Can I have the letter S, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, you can. So, for the letter S, what S is the Son of Man Lord of?
Sin.
Nope. Jabari, it's free.
No.
Can
I
I
don't need the
can
question.
you repeat the question, please?
Okay, so what S is the Son of Man Lord of?
Oof.
You'll kick yourself if you get it wrong.
What? The Son of Man, the Lord of? I don't know. Salvation.
Incorrect. So the ball got it wrong. So the answer was the Sabbath.
Oh,
Oh yes. Yeah.
wow.
Oh my god. Tiebreaker in it or something. 'Cause,
Well,
yeah.
the girls can
No, we
technically
can still win,
The
yeah.
girls can still win.
How?
You can't, but the girls can
Oh
still
yeah.
A and X.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
win. Girls, which one are you going for?
So we should go for A.
Okay, so you're going for the letter A.
I-
Question is, what A is the name of the first high priest of Israel?
Eh,
Huh? Say that again.
What A is the name of the first high priest of Israel?
I've got a name, but I don't know if it's right. So
Try.
Take a guess, take a guess.
the first high priest. I never know.
Yes, the first.
I never knew the second one is. So.
Come on, man, trust me.
Oh,
You know,
wait, is it Aaron? I don't think that's.
Oh no!
Jabari,
You're
I'm
gonna
so
twist my tongue, you know.
Jabari, I'm
Is
so
that-
disappointed because you were
Was
about
that
to
right?
say it. Yeah.
Oh,
you got it right.
okay.
Jabari, you are so close to getting it. Okay.
I guess I'll go for X. I guess
You
I'll
gotta,
go for X.
you gotta give them like people something to cheer on and get me.
Well, so X girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tension. Get me.
So this is to take it into a tiebreaker. So what was for the question X is what was the Persian king's name ruling around 500 BC?
Xavier.
No.
Oh, I'm just guessing.
Oh, that wrong? Oh.
No. Girls, come on. Got a chance to win it here.
So, say the question again.
Oh!
What was the Persian king's name ruling around 500 BC?
Oh my days.
You know it.
I think so. But it's you guys' turn, so. So it's
Come on,
okay.
girls. You haven't got a lot of time. Come on, girls. Take a guess. If you don't know, just take
Yeah,
a
I don't
guess.
know.
Nicole, you want to take a guess?
No.
Okay. I don't even have to say his name, but it's
Yes,
well done,
exactly.
Jabari.
Exactly. I knew what it was yet. After I said Xavier.
I knew that.
Ah.
Okay, so okay, so since nobody won that round and Jabari's won ahead, we're gonna have to go to a tiebreaker. But girls, okay, this is where everyone. Do you want it to do as a winner take all? Well, I think that's the best way to do it.
To be honest, I like that one ahead and I'm winning. So.
I know you do, but girls,
Okay.
do as winner
Wait.
takes all.
Yeah, let's do winner takes all.
Winner takes all. Okay. So we can randomly pick one first. So we'll start with go straight in the middle, go for KA. So the question for KA is what KA is the name of the person Saul in prison instead of killing? So I'll repeat the question. What KA is the name of a person Saul imprisoned instead of killing?
Hate to tell you, mate, but I have no idea. Sorry, because Mr. Caleb, I don't know at all.
I'm gonna be honest with you either. I never knew this question either.
I was close.
Okay, so if we can go to DB, please. So the question for DB is, what DB is asked for in the Lord's Prayer?
Daily bread. Daily bread.
Well done, Christabel. Your pick next.
SM.
SM. Okay. So the question for SM is, what S and M are the great lights God created in the sky?
Sun and the moon.
Sun and moon.
Well done, Jabari.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your pick now, Jabari.
Can I have MG, please?
MG, yes, you can. So, what M and G are the names of the two of the three angels named in the Bible?
Gabriel and I can't remember.
You say M.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the question? What's the question?
What M and G are the names of two of the three angels named in the Bible? Are we really struggling over this?
I want to say Michael. Is it Michael?
Thank you. Well done,
Okay.
girl.
Oh yeah.
Come on, guys. That's an easy question.
We're under the pressure. We're under the pressure. Yeah, so.
Okay, girls, your pick next.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a second. Okay. What RK are the instructional words of the fourth commandment? So I'll repeat the question.
Remember and keep. Remember
There
and
you
keep.
go. There we go. Girls, your turn again.
Yes.
TS. Okay. What is the number of books in the New Testament?
27.
Well done, Jabari. Well done, Jabari. Jabari, your pick.
Can I have I, please?
Yes, you can. What I is Abraham's first two sons in birth
Isaac.
order?
And Isaac. Ooh.
Can I have that, please?
No, because if you let me finish the question before you piped off, it was in birth order, and the girls got it right.
No, Isaac.
Because it's Ishmael, then Isaac, not Isaac, then Ishmael.
Nah, man.
If you let me finish the question, you
No.
Did
You just give me the point, to be honest.
Say that again.
You just give me the point, to be honest.
Not really, no.
Not necessarily.
Because you didn't get the question right. So, anyway, girls, your pick.
SS.
SS. Okay.
I'm upset now.
Give me a second. So, what SS is the material smashed against the golden calf? So I'll repeat the question. What SS is the material smashed against the golden calf? So what material was smashed against the golden calf?
Is it one material? You can't say. Or is it like two?
It's
it
material,
like-
but it's material. It's material. It's one material, but obviously it's two words. That's how much they're giving you.
I was gonna say this. Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna say something stupid then. You know what? Yeah, there's no such thing as a stupid answer. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. It's a
Say with your chest, man. Say with your chest.
Go on, say it.
I was
Say
gonna,
with your chest, man.
never mind. It's okay.
You never know, you could be right.
I was gonna say stainless steel in here. That's what you're your mouth.
Oh dear. Oh
On my
dear.
mouth. Shit.
Girls, you want to take a crack at it?
I have one word, but I don't have the second one, so I don't know. Like,
Just take a guess of it.
is one of them stone? But I don't know what the other one is. Like, because it's two words in it, but I don't know if one of them is
Yeah.
stone.
Yeah. Just take a guess of it.
So,
I'm not gonna reveal the answer. So
Nicole, any ideas? I said stone. You know.
No.
okay. So
Wait. Is it strong stone?
No.
Okay.
So, so the answer was, Nicole, you were close. I mean, Christopher, you were close. The answer was sapphire stone.
Oh.
Wrong stone. Could be anything.
Okay, Jabari, your turn. You pick a question.
Can I have me?
Of course you can. Give me a second. Okay. So, what ME are the two people said to represent the law and the prophets?
Say that again.
What two people are said to represent the law and the prophets? And they begin with the letter M and E.
Oh.
Why don't I just take a guess personally?
I know this. I know the first one, but I don't know the second one. Oh my days! I know the first one, but I don't know the second one.
Take a guess of it, man. Can never go wrong with a guess. You never know if you get it right.
Who's the second one?
What do you say the first one?
The first one's Moses, I think, and second one.
Moses and Elijah.
Oh, then Nicole.
In my head, yeah,
I don't know why you said that answer, Jabari. You should have just.
I had Elijah, Esau, or Enoch, but obviously it's not Esau. So I was like,
I knew
Elijah,
Eve.
Okay, so
I have to say, Christopher, you used the brain on you, man.
I did. I really did because I
when
thought you used to say M.
when she said that, I was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna fall with the back here right now.
But yeah, I'm just trying to help out friends in it. You get me?
Okay, girls.
Wait, edit that one out though.
Absolutely not.
No, please, thanks.
Absolutely not. I mean, girls, if we're being like, I don't want to tell you which one to pick, but
no, don't do that. You have to be. You can't be biased.
I'm not really biased.
ML.
ML. There we go.
What do you mean?
So this is to win it.
Anyway.
This is to win.
No, it's not.
See, he's being biased. He's trying to get the win away already.
No, it's not. My bad. So ML is what M and L were the two leaders in the longest ever war?
In what?
Mike and Lucifer.
Well done, Nicole.
Yes, go.
Girls, now.
I guess GW.
GW, and this is to win it, I believe. Yes, it is to win it.
You see, I'm giving you guys the win. I'm not really trying to be honest.
I mean, Jabari, step up your game, man. You can still listen. You can still win, Jabari. You're not out of it,
I really am big.
He really is though.
I'm trying to let them win, man.
So GW. So to win this, so What GW is the material mentioned in Genesis?
What's the material?
Yeah.
That does what?
What is the material mentioned in Genesis? And the letters begin with GW.
Go for wood.
Well done, Jabari.
Thank you.
Well,
I mean, there's
Jabari.
nothing else now. It's a tiebreaker.
You can still win, guys, but you know.
I mean,
Yeah,
Jabari
but that's
took a
long. We have to get like a whole row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jabari, you pick.
Yeah, can I have TN, please?
Yes, you can. So, TN is, what is the number of books in the Old Testament?
29.
29. That was me.
I mean, you both got it wrong. So,
39.
yeah, you both got it wrong. So, none of you get the point.
Oh.
Oh.
Jabari got it right the second time around, so 39.
Who-
So now none of you can win.
Now they still can.
That's
I mean,
long.
That's it, the long way around. But
Way.
That's a really long way. A, B.
Okay, so according to Mark 14, what container did the woman have? So according to Mark 14, what container did a woman have?
A bowl.
Jabari. Oh, Jabari. Girls, you want to take a guess at it? I mean, it's not a hard
They'd like
question
to
for
give
me.
us a hint.
I mean, no, because that's not how the game works.
You gave them a couple of questions before, man. It's okay.
Did I? I don't remember giving any. Anyway.
So it's okay.
I mean, okay, I'll give you this. Actually, I thought I may give you away. Well, Jabari's died anyway, so that'll make a difference. But it's the name of a popular song.
There's so many popular songs in the world right now. It could be anything.
Okay, no, it's a name of a famous. No, it's the name of a famous gospel song.
By CC Winans.
I mean, sure, I wasn't trying to give it that.
Oh!
I wasn't trying to make it that obvious.
Yo, if you guys don't get this, yeah, like.
I mean, Jabari, you didn't get it either, so you know.
I know, but I was taking the mic, so I can't win, and I'm gonna lose anyway. So, but I know what it is.
You're gonna kick yourself if you don't get this.
Trust me.
Really, truly.
And I'll tell them the answer when they get it wrong.
Do you have an idea, Crystal?
No.
Okay.
Alabaster box, mate. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Come on.
Girls, man. I'm disappointed. So, because these are very rubbish at this game, and all opportunity for the girls will be blocked off for them, the winner, because he won the first round, is Jabari. So Jabari gets a £10 voucher.
Thank you.
So, girls, that's separate game next time, man. Yeah, because could have won that. The discussion for this evening Vespers is to do around A levels and GCSEs. So for a lot of these guys here, they've just finished their A levels, their BTECs, their GCSEs, and obviously with the whole coronavirus going on, a lot of them, these guys were able to sit their exams and results. So in today's topic, we wanted to just sit down, discuss, talk about how that's affected what the struggles they had, if the doubts they may have had about it, how that had an effect on their spiritual life, and there's various other things as well. So to start off, what I wanted to ask first, if I look into my notes, was, if you do not mind, was to kind of reveal not reveal your results, how you did in your results. So Jabari, do you want to go over how did you do with your results if you've got them yet?
I just passed basically. Because I'm not really a part of like a BTEC, even though it is a BTEC.
Okay.
It's graded a bit differently, so I got a pass. Not the best, not the worst. mainly because of the markdowns. I was aiming for a merit, but yeah, I passed, unfortunately.
Okay, so Christabel.
I passed all of my GCSEs, didn't fail any of them. Yeah, some were quite of a shock as of the results, but there was one of them where I wanted a specific grade, which I didn't get, but I've appealed that grade, so hopefully I do get that grade.
Okay, and then Nicole, finally for you.
So surprisingly, I passed everything. So I had 3 results. With 2 of them, I did well, but one of them I got a lot lower than my predicted grade. So luckily, I still was able to go to the uni of my choice. But still, hopefully, I'll get a better one when I appeal.
So for a lot of you, was it kind of a thing of like going into this? Because I know that obviously, like I did my GCSEs A level like nearly 4 years ago now. So like this is kind of like all different to me. So so was it so like especially with like your predicted grades, were you kind of worried that would kind of, especially for Jabari and Nicole, since you like going to university, was there a concern about you may not being able to get to the university of choice just because you're essentially relying on what people are predicting you to get?
For me, I'd say no, because where my college is, it's also university as well with several different campuses. So I was able to have that as a fallback, regardless of us going to coronavirus anyway.
Okay.
So I wanted to go to Huddersfield, but I also had where I was at now as a fallback. So when my results got given, I was like, okay, I mean, I could still potentially go to Huddersfield, but you know, because of that reassurance I had from where I'm at now, I was calmer than I know that my other friends were. So yeah.
And Nicole, about you?
So of course, like a lot of us, we don't take mock exams very serious. So for me, I wasn't revising as much as I should have been. So of course, I was stressing a lot, especially because I did not really know what my predicted grades were. So yeah.
And then I'll say for Christabel, obviously you were doing your GCSEs. For you, I know GCSE when you're picking your A levels, was there similar to about then going to universities? Was there a concern about being able to get onto your subjects you want to do at A level?
Well, my predicted grades were the right requirements for the subjects I had to take in A level, but after that whole COVID thing, I knew like for some subjects I definitely will be able to get the grades, but it was just like 2 subjects where I probably knew I wouldn't have, but yes, it was a bit stressing about those ones.
So I want to talk about one of the main things of like, obviously you lot with the preparation of it, mainly everything was that. So obviously before COVID became a thing, you know, all prepping to go sit your exams, you all in that mindset of ready to kind of like sit down, all that work or the revision you have been doing. So when it kind of like COVID happened, how were you coping with things, especially with knowing the fact that it's kind of been taken out of your hands, been taken out of your control? What you kind of get, so like your destiny be taken out of your hand, essentially. So I got Nicole, you go first.
I remember during that period of time, if you remember, Christopher, I was calling you and I was just ranting. I was so distressed because, of course, the schools didn't know, so they weren't quite contacting us. The government wasn't really giving that much information during the early days. And I just remember, because it was like the day before our school was locked down, and I printed all my work to get ready to revise. I was just looking at it and I was like, I don't know, do I throw it away? Do I keep it? So yeah, it was a very stressful time during that first period of week when schools were closed.
For me, so I don't do exams. A lot of my stuff is practical based. So for mine, I had to make a EP, like a music project of like recordings and stuff that I've done. And at the end of it, I have like a release party for it. So I was gearing up, ready to prepare for that stuff. I had out of the class, I had like the most done so far. I was ready, and it came, and no one said anything for about a week. And the next week came, and we had this one big meeting with all the heads of the entire like organization and whatnot, and they were just like, "We've cancelled that last half of your course, like the course that has the most percentage. They've just cancelled it." So I was just vexed, really. I was really, really, really vexed because obviously I spent a lot of time working hard on it, trying to perfect my craft, to try and make it the best thing possible, but I just couldn't do it. So I was just kind of like dusting around in my room, just like messing around with stuff, because it was kind of, yeah, I didn't know what to do with myself, really, yeah.
Christopher, what about you?
For me, like, on the Wednesday when they said that exam was going to be cancelled, I was annoyed and all that stuff, because it was like we worked 5 years of our time in school, and now that's all gone to waste and all that stuff. And our school had even printed off us papers for us to do and all that. So for the first few weeks, I really didn't do anything. But then when my sixth form had sent me work, that's when I basically started doing work. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same here, to be honest, as well. Like after they'd done their stuff, I had work sent to me, or I had like Zoom lessons or Google Classroom lessons during the weeks, because they just wanted to keep us occupied, obviously.
Yeah, I understand. I know for me, especially at university, obviously the concern I had was that obviously I was literally gearing up to go sit my exam, I've done all my coursework, and then literally come 2 weeks before I'm about to sit some exams, my uni gets shut down, saying we're going into lockdown, everything got moved to coursework. So there was a concern to at that time I was stressed because literally like I made that mindset going preparing to go to exams, and literally just go sit there, reading my books, preparing, and now literally I'm gonna have to forget everything I've done and then go sit down and do coursework again. So I was very like during that time I understand what you're not going through. I was stressed, I was annoyed because just like I wasn't able to get in contact with my lecturers and tutors, and it's just that. So literally I was like kind of on my own, stuck. You were able to go to a library to go do studying. So like it was a very stressful time. It was a very stressful time during that first 2 months period. And which leads me on to my next question was that especially during that lockdown period where you kind of like weren't doing anything, did that have an effect on you mentally and spiritually?
Mentally, yeah. Like, I just didn't even, like, I wasn't really answering my phone or messaging people on social media because I was just kind of stressed. But then I think just lockdown in general just made me get way closer to God. Like, it made me actually open up my Bible and like read, to try and obviously calm myself down, but also to like reassure myself that, you know, like God's got everything in control, like everything that's happening in the world, and He's really caring after small little me. Like, it just made me get closer to God, because it's like, wow, throughout all of this, He's got all this in control, and He's, you know, looking after me as well. So closer spiritually, mentally, I was just a bit mad.
I agree with like mentally, like of course A levels was pretty much the only purpose in my life at that period of time. So for it to just suddenly go away, I was like, wow, what do I do now? And also like with lockdown as well, I was home alone a lot. So obviously I was very alone. So that obviously took some hit on my mental health. And with God, I just feel like it gave me time with all this freedom and spare time. I was just able to talk to Him. Like I didn't have the excuse like, oh, I have to do my homework, I have to do this. I could really just sit down and just have a long conversation with Him. So yeah, it was good for that.
Absolutely.
For me, mentally, it honestly didn't take that much of an impact on me, because I still like, well, obviously my sister's home, so we like spent time doing stuff, whether that was cooking or just playing games, stuff like that. So I kind of took my mind off the whole fact that I wasn't doing exams, because I didn't want to really stress over it, because like Jabari said, God has obviously got us all, so I wasn't really stressing about that. But spiritually, like both like Jabari and Nicole have said, I've spent more time like getting to know God for myself and praying more and talking to him more and everything.
To add with what I said, I feel like because we're not able to go to church anymore, I really learned how to build my own relationship without having others' input. So I feel like that also was a positive input to my relationship with God as well.
Yeah, I understand that. So going back to you all find out your results. Where was there a sense of disappointment? Not because obviously you all passed, but was there a sense of disappointment? Let's say, I could have known better if I was able to sit that exam, kind of thing.
1000%. I was looking at the grade. I was like, oh, why you're giving me this grade when I haven't even sat the exam? Like, I was just thinking, like, if I did have the opportunity, of course, we would have revised, we would have done this, but all of this is based on work that we did months ago that we weren't even like properly focused on. So yeah, I did feel like that.
Same for me. Like, even though I passed everything, there was like biology, for example, because I wanted to do an A level and I needed 6 in that, which I hadn't got. So I was disappointed in that grade. But then, and there were some grades like for chemistry, I had the grade that they gave me, which was a 6, I got on my mark. So if I'd revised a lot more, I should have at least got a 7 in my actual GCSE. So it was like I could have done better than what they actually gave me.
For me, it was more a sense of not disappointment but annoyance.
Yeah.
Because the way it was all managed, like I really wasn't. Tonisha, as I was saying to my mom, like, I'm actually not really bothered of what I get, because either way, I've still got to live my life and I've still got to, like, whatever's next, I've just got to face it regardless. It was more like, you guys could have managed this way better. Like, I could have sat in my room and managed how everyone got their grades and everything and done a look at algorithm for myself, and it would have been fine. But just the way that it was managed, for me, annoyed me more than disappointed me. Because for me, whenever I got their grades, I looked on my online, because I had to get my grades online, and I get this email and it says, guys, sorry guys, the what do they call it, the board that are marking our stuff, they've delayed your grades. And I'm like, what do you mean delayed my grades? Like, I'm looking at everyone with their papers in their hands or online saying they got in and and I've got to wait until 6-7 o'clock at night to wait for my grades to come. For them, it's just, for me, it's more annoying that they didn't manage how we got them or how it was marked. Like, it could have been done way better. I think it was just like they really fumbled on their part. So yeah,
I fully agree. Like, for me, it was especially for me, like, cause obviously, cause like, luckily for you, like, you didn't have to like sit exam to do coursework throughout the lockdown period. But for me, I had to sit down, do my coursework and all of that. So like, that had an effect on me differently, and it's just like, and with the grades I got out, it was just like, I know I could have done better if I actually was in a better environment, if it wasn't at home, if it wasn't in lockdown, if I actually were able to put my mind to it properly. Because I think that's the one thing that, for me, that during this lockdown period, my mind wasn't focused on what I needed to be focused, because I was just so distracted with everything else that was going on. So it kind of affected the way I approached things. So like, a lot of the time I was rushing to just get my coursework done. And it's kind of just like, and leaving it like 2-3 days before it's actually meant to be due to start it. So like, I'm rushing, not being able to do it properly. So like, looking back on it now, like, especially the results I got out, because although I did okay and I was able to get onto third year, it's still overall just like, I know if I actually did better, I could have put my mind to it. So again, it's essentially why it's more annoyance and just annoyed at myself that if I was able to do it again, I would be able to do it differently. So I think the next question for me would be, with the grades that you got, does that change your mindset, especially, well, for all of you, really change your mindset now going into university for Jabari and Nicole, and then going into year 6 form and A level for you, Christabel? So like, the way I would say, it's like, okay, because you didn't do as well as you could have, well, not say you didn't do bad, but you could do well as you could have. Is there now the expectation of you that now I'm going into university, I have to kind of smash it kind of thing, or is it kind of like, okay, just take it as you go kind of thing?
For me, definitely every little exam, test, work as hard as you can, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. You don't know if you're going to get sick during exams, or God forbid, another pandemic happens. Like, you just never know what's going to happen.
Don't even put it into that. For me, same, well, similar, but I think I also want to take everything seriously, but it's a new challenge. So that all this, like, I can push up to the side now, like it's gone now. I've got my grades, got my results. Like now, I'm in uni, like it's a challenge. Like what have I got to learn? What have I got? Exams I've got to do. What is the next challenge? Just give it to me. I'm ready. I'm ready to go now. I'm more prepared going into it than I would ever be going into to my second year of college or whatever. Like I'm just, it's more, yeah, what is the next challenge? What do I've got to do? And I'm gonna execute it to the best of my ability, higher than what my best ability is, because I've got to do that now. Like it's the new challenge, it's something new to face. I'm growing up, I'm getting older. Like, you know, I've got some lessons that I've learned already, so I'm just gonna take that all into this new challenge rather than, you know, shun away from it like I was doing back then.
Okay, so my next question would be, during this whole period of not knowing, did you ever have any doubt towards God that He wasn't going to be able to come through for you?
Didn't cross my mind. Didn't even cross my mind at all.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of thank God in a way. Like, I saw how God was working during that period of time. For example, me, I thankfully got an unconditional. So I was just thinking, right, so even this whole pandemic happened and lockdown happened, God still had my back. So it actually had, like, grew me closer with God than make me doubt Him in any way.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I had like one piece. You know what? Yeah, it didn't cross my mind at all. I was more focused on, like, yeah, let me get to know you even more, so then think, yeah, I'm doubting you now. Like, I'm doubting you now. It just never crossed my mind. It's more like, yeah, God, I know you got it. I'm getting close to you now. Like, I'm hearing your words more. Like, they're coming through clearer, loud and clear. So yeah.
I think for me, I'm not gonna say I ever doubted God, but I'm not saying because even though I doubted Him, didn't mean I didn't have a lack of faith. Because I think sometimes people can say that if you doubt God, it means you have a lack of faith. I don't know if you don't agree with that statement.
I feel like doubting breeds from there, but it's not like the most. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like, your faith is still there, you're doubting Him, but it's only because there's one little thing that you've got. But you know, if it was any other situation, you know, He's got you regardless. You're just probably doubting that situation more. I feel like when people say that, it's more like you doubting the situation rather than doubting God.
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain that, but yeah.
I agree with that. Okay, so now you got your results, and all now you kind of got your plans where you go next, or do you go into university, Christabel? You going to A level. Obviously, when it comes to planning your goals now, especially in this pandemic, what do you think that? How can we kind of like ensure that we make practical goals that align with God? Because I know, especially with Jabari, because me and Jabari speak all the time. One of the things I know with him, one of the concerns he has, especially with his music production, is that balance of working with certain artists, dealing with certain music. Obviously, sometimes they're going to become a conflict of interest. So how can we kind of ensure that? Because we all have goals and aspirations. Like, I have goals when I leave university. I want to I have so many goals I want to do. All of you have goals. And I think the one concern for me sometimes that I don't know whether that goal is in line with God. So how do we kind of like? So my question is, how do we kind of like ensure that our goals that we want to attain are in line with God. And I don't want to obviously answer prayer because obviously prayer is very important, but kind of like some practical answers if you can think of any.
We used to speak all the time, Caleb, so like I always say it's like who am I aligning myself with? Do they uphold the same values as me? Do they speak the like obviously the same language as English, but like do they speak the same language in terms of like talking about God or challenging my beliefs? I think at the same time, for me, my goals. It's just kind of I always say anytime I'm in like an interview or something with like college or like uni or something, or I always say like I want to help people. So any music that I have, whether that's helping you out of this situation, like I want my main goal is using all the tools I've got to help someone to come out of something, so that they can be happier or at least relieve some pressure from it. But yeah, like my main goal is just like aligning myself with the right people so I can, get a Grammy or something. But at the same time, like, their song is something of substance rather than all this dancey music and all that. Yeah. So yeah.
Christopher Nicole?
So like for example, in like the music aspect for both for Jabari and Caleb, I feel like if it's like Jabari said, if it's not aligned in what you think is right for yourself, even if you say no, that you should have faith that the next person who comes to you will be the right person. Or for like me, because I want to do medicine, in terms of when I apply for a job, that if they say I have to work on Saturdays, for example, if I say no, that I should have faith that whatever next job opportunity I have, that they will allow me not to work on Sabbath.
Do you think there's been like unfair treatment towards everyone in general getting their results?
So I remember on my results day, I opened Twitter and it was very basically Twitter was very split on results day. We tend to see the private schools, the higher class saying, oh, I got all A stars, I got A's, and then we have the other half saying, my results were terrible. I did not get into the uni. I remember my friend that he was predicted the top his grades. But then he ended up with terrible grades, and I was just, how does that work? Yeah. So I definitely saw that the algorithm was definitely not in our favor in terms of like state schools and the lower classes. But yeah, so there's definitely some unfairness there that I did not really appreciate at all. So yeah.
And you know what's surprising as well? Because when I was younger, I used to go to private school, and then I changed. So like I used to struggle with maths. You know what, I still do. Can't even lie. But like they just weren't teaching me correctly in the private school. And when I got to the into a state school, like my grades just shot up exponentially. And that always seems to me like I've always even some of my friends that went to the private school that have changed, like their grades go up and whatnot, and I'm always like, so see these grades that they've come out. You know what? It's even more unfair because I know from my experience that the state schools actually teach you 100% better than the private schools. The private schools are just there to collect some money and slap it into their pocket and go on about their business. I know it hurts me to see that these people aren't getting the stuff that they deserve. They're being told to work harder, and they're getting the best teachers, getting taught the best. And you got people like these schools and they don't really care. And just kind of like teaching you like rubbish or not pushing the students as hard as they should be. So I feel like it's just even more unfair knowing that coming from both sides.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, since our GCSE grades were chosen by our teachers rather than the algorithm, I feel like it was more unfair for the A levels since yours was chosen by the government. And watching the news, how everyone was downgraded and everything, I was scared because I thought, okay, if these people are getting downgraded from A's to D's, my predicted grades were 6s, so what am I going to be downgraded to? So I generally thought like I wasn't going to do well. But then when I found out that that the teachers were choosing them, I had a little bit more hope. But even though the teachers did choose GCSEs, they still weren't. They were still quite unfair because they didn't. I don't feel like some teachers didn't do them to the correct standard, as because they've only known us for 2 years. They don't really know what I can actually put in to get the grade I want to get. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think to wrap this up, I think there's 2 texts that for me during this time, during this whole COVID, that I always go back to that really helped me through it. So the first text was Jeremiah 29 verse 11, which says, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and plans to give you future. And then also there was Philippians 4 verse 6 to 7, which is, don't be anxious about anything, but in every situation in prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God, and the peace of God, which transcending all understanding, will guard your heart and your minds in Christ Jesus. And I think those 2 texts there kind of like just reminds us that no matter what's going on in the world, no matter whether you did better than expected, especially when it comes to you did better than expected, worse than expected, that God knows what he's doing and he has a plan for you regardless. Like, although at times we may not understand it at the time, we may be annoyed or frustrated, that we all just need to kind of keep that faith in God, that God knows, God does things for a reason and he will never let us down if we keep faith in him. So I think with this whole coronavirus and everything that's going on, I think that's those 2 texts there I would recommend to anyone, just because it just reminds you just to keep your head on straight, and especially now that you're all going into further education and you're going on to do bigger and better things, you should kind of like keep focused on what you're doing and just have that mindset that no matter what happens, even if I struggle at university, because as well, especially for you two, like Christabel and Jabari and Nicole, that university is just going to be a whole new experience, and like you're going into a complete different world. It's just that mindset of knowing that God's got you there now and it's going to lead you there towards the end, no matter what happens there. And Christabel, for you going into 6th form, knowing that you're going a step with the preparation for university, that God's put you there for a reason. He doesn't, no matter what happens, he's always going to be there for you. So as we close up this Vespers, I just want us all everyone just today a quick prayer, please. So Jabari, if you could start off, please.
Okay, let us pray. Dear God, thank you for allowing us to come together and to talk. Hope this goes out and lets everyone be blessed and to understand, especially people at our age, that no matter the situation that we go through, you're always there, you're always in control, you're always behind us, just giving us a little nudge to, further ourselves. I also want to thank you for delivering us out of these situations that we're in terms of getting our grades. But also for the little things of helping us being able to get closer to you because of this, and to be able to understand you more and to hear you loud and clearer. Please bless every single one of us here and everyone that will be watching. Keep them safe, keep them close to you and under your wing. So thank you for everything. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Thank you for everyone that's coming out. Thank you, Jabari, Nicole, Christabel. Thank you for coming, discussing, and being on the panel. I hope you all blessed, and thank you for being with us.